say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Fields on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall. Really started to come on late last season. A good grab there for a first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second and 6. Read option. Here's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now Fields. He's got Burton here. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Fields going to take this himself. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Fields. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Burton. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Goff on 3rd down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 50, here's Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And the final number, pretty impressive courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Once more, Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 46. Let's go. Mike 46.
Fields. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A really nice return all the way up to the 40, but hold everything. The flag down. You see it on your screen. This one looks like it's going to come back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Play fake for Swift. Now Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting 2s, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Fields to the veteran Robinson for the Chicago first. First and 10 at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Going for the deep ball. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's Khalil Mack, the all-pro, in there to get him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
on third. Goff.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Fields now to throw.
Man open is Robinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
On 2nd down, Montgomery running right through him. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Show it up, show it up.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Now Fields.
That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's good for 28 yards. Back now at Soldier Field. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Swift, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Goff. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
46, Mike, 46.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Goff on 1st down.
This one taken in by Cephas.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. There he goes, left side. And this defense has broken it open as they return to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy. Oh, there's no doubt that this crowd has absolutely been rocked by what they just saw. But guess what? There's still a 2-point conversion to deal with. Still a little drama left.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One last throw here for Goff. And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the 2-point conversion with no time remaining. And we're off to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through is going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Chicago, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.